Dragon Friday.
Ooh.
Framing.
And there he is.
And there he is.
He's back.
He's back from his
Tum-tum.
sickness. It's like when you play the Oregon Trail and you're like, oh man, he's got dysentery. He's probably not going to make it. And all of a sudden they make it.
Look at him. He's back.
He's back. So I also want to let you guys know, our buddy Jordan Latore, who came up with the Flaming Dragon Friday draft agreement,
Yes.
has made the corrections and is going to send in. He may call in today as well.
Did he really?
Yeah, he may call in today as well. It's going to send the corrections in there so we have it nice and concrete, which I think is perfect heading into the future which in our new 2 p.m. Central time slot. So Alaska, Blastoise, Alaska. This is our last early morning show. We're going to be moving to 2 p.m. Central, 3 p.m. Eastern, starting Monday. Really, really excited about that. But guys, you know, I don't know how we don't start right now with what's going on with Scotty Sheffler.
Yeah.
Who just got, David, can you give us a little bit of insight?
Got an update here, boys.
This Flamin' Dragon
from the PGA Championship. This is coming from my friend and former neighbor in Atlanta, Jay Busby, great sports reporter. Quite a lot has happened at the PGA Championship this morning. Here's what you need to know. Constant rain this morning in Louisville. Traffic accident outside of Valhalla that involved a pedestrian fatality. Yeah. Right, that's what you need to know first. Scotty Sheffler, who was not involved in that accident, attempted to enter the club, was told to stop, removed from his vehicle, and then this is where a report from Jeff Darlington takes over. So there was a misunderstanding with traffic flow that led to an attempt to drive past a police officer. The officer attempted to attach himself to Scheffler's car. Scheffler then stopped his vehicle outside the entrance to Valhalla. The police officer began to scream at Scotty Sheffler to get out of the car. When Sheffler exited the vehicle, the officer shoved Scotty Sheffler against the car and immediately placed him in handcuffs.
All right. Just off the cuff, a couple things. One, obviously condolences to the pedestrian's family. That takes precedent. That's, it's an awful thing. It's a tragedy. Number two, if Scott Sheffler was being like a dick about it, I wasn't there. So it's hard for me to be like, if he was told to do something, which regardless if you're the number one golfer in the world or not, you're told to do something in a traffic situation like that and you don't do it, something's probably going to happen. Now, that officer... I think you really screwed up here. Like, just because, obviously, you didn't know who that was, okay? But can you imagine the first officer that showed up when oh boy was putting Scott Sheffler in the car and realized that his friend just arrested Scott Sheffler and you're probably gonna get fired now?
How'd it go down?
Like I can just imagine the other cop showing up. He's like, all right, Dale, what we got going on here? He's like, well, we got a white male. He's in the back of the car. He's making some bogus claims. Pretty bogus claims. He drove opposite way of traffic. He's like, all right, let me see him. And he just like takes a look at him, just like slow motion, like coffee spills, donut falls, hits the floor. That's Scott Sheffler now, and we actually have a picture of the arresting officer.
Do we really?
Yes. Apparently his name's Corey McElroy.
Oh, no.
Corey McElroy.
Y'all are monsters.
Was the arresting officer there. So
my guy's going through a divorce right now. It's tough. He's catching shots out here.
Rory is?
Yeah.
Is that true?
Yeah.
So.
The divorce report?
Yeah.
Man.
Oh, boy's catching straight.
But if Scott
After all that already happened with the tennis player chick, Bouchard.
Look, it's revenge tour right now for.
Well, Fleming, what did you say about the interrogation room? They're like sit down, Scotty Sheffler. They're like, listen, Scotty, you can't tuck your way out of this.
Yeah. If it's like the movie from the other guys, like when they kept getting like the old boy kept giving them deals, and they're like, you're not gonna get us.
You're not gonna buy us.
Scotty Sheffler, I'm like, one, Scotty, you need to know. All right, there's nothing you can do to buy me. You're not getting out of this. Unless you sign these 3 shirts.
And one hat.
Then maybe.
Yeah.
It's tough for me to picture Scotty being a dick to anybody.
It really is. We'll see, but oh man.
I wonder how many malls.
Longer you're going to be an officer.
I wonder how many malls are in the area.
Yeah.
But you better get used to it.
Well, yeah.
You're gonna be out outside of Kung Fu Panda kicking off fat 13-year-olds and quit touching your Segway. You push Scotty Sheffler against the car, you might get shot.
I'm so glad you're back.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I mean, Earl was great, but welcome
Earl
back.
was great.
Welcome,
Look, that's white people's
back.
Jesus, dude. You can't touch him.
You love to see it. Which college football big brands are going to regress in 2024? Xander Schauffele shoots an opening round 62 at the PGA. We're going to keep updating the Scheffler situation and tell you which NFL schedule in 2024 is the hardest. I'm Jake Crane, and it's a Flamin' Dragon Friday edition, last early morning edition, here on Crane & Company. Now, I take no personal pleasure in pissing people off. Well, at least most people. But I also have to call it like I see it. And going into 2024, I think there are some big name brands that I expect to take a step back, even if it may be slightly. And I do want to note, when I use the term regress, I basically mean they won't have as good of a year as they did previously. That doesn't mean they're going to fall off a cliff, but that they won't be able to replicate what happened last year to the same extent. The teams I have regressing in 2024 are Michigan. Sorry, David. Alabama. Sorry, not sorry. Washington, Florida State, Oklahoma, and our good friends over at Louisville, where they're playing at Valhalla right now. Now, they're in different buckets and for different reasons, and a lot of this is surface level, but we're going to dive down into it. I can't be here for 2.5 hours explaining in the open why every single thing I think is going to happen. But when it comes to Michigan and Washington, I do think they are in similar boats. Both lost a heavy amount of impact personnel and their head coaches. Both had at least 14 wins last year, and their schedules are not getting any easier heading into this one. I actually expect the biggest drop-off to be from these two. That is Michigan and Washington out of this whole group. Now, you look at Alabama. They won 12 games last year, but they lost the greatest college football coach of all time. I expect them to have a good year because they returned some big pieces, including Jalen Milroe, but I don't think they get to the 12-win mark again. Now we look at Oklahoma, who not only lost their QB, even though I think Jackson Arnold down the road is probably going to end up being better than Dylan Gabriel, but they still have questions on the offensive line, and anytime you are entering the Southeastern Conference with a green quarterback, I don't expect double-digit wins, but I do expect Brent Venables to turn that place back into a monster eventually. Now, Florida State, they lost to what amounted to a nuclear weapon on offense we saw in the NFL draft. And while this team will still be good, I don't think they're going to reel off 13 straight wins. Don't think it's in the cards again. And speaking of the cards, Louisville and Coach Brom, it's a great match. Brom's a sorcerer, but they snuck people last year, and they ended up winning 10 games. But Plummer is gone. And they'll find a way to score because Brom's that good, and if Tyler Shuck can stay healthy, he's a pretty decent player. But with trips to Notre Dame, to Clemson, and to a pissed-off Kentucky with Brock Vandagriff, expect something a little bit less potent from Louisville this year. Now, there are more teams, and I want to know which ones you have that you think are going to regress that I didn't put on the list. There's much more to the process, but like I said, I don't have the time to dig into everything, so let's dig into a little bit of it during the show. And one guy is going to grab a shovel and help us dig in a good way. Former Michigan quarterback David Cohn. And it's Friday, so he's back. He's not sick. Well, at least physically. Y'all know who's to my right.
This is flaming dragon!
Bow to your sensei, boys.
Bow to your sensei.
You bow to your Hunye, 1.5.
1.5.
Let's go.
1.5.
I like it.
All right, David, my list. All right. Looked at it. Checked it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. What do you think?
I really like your list. I agree with a lot of it. When you're talking about regression, you have to start with which teams did the best last year,
That's
especially
exactly
when you
right.
start talking about perfection. So Michigan and Washington is obviously the natural place to start there. As we sit here right now, we don't know who's going to be playing quarterback for Michigan. Jim Harbaugh left to the NFL. J.J. McCarthy, top 10 pick, maybe the greatest Wolverine of all time, and Blake Corum off to the NFL to play for the Rams. So, and all of that, and the offensive line is still what I'm mostly focused on. I think Michigan is going to be good on defense, but it went perfect last year. Perfect. So it's obvious to say, well, hey, I think Michigan's going to regress this year by going like 14-1 or something. And back
Yeah,
like that.
what a regression.
So, still a regression by your definition, though. Washington as well. I mean, not only does Washington lose its quarterback in the top 10, but also 3 awesome wide receivers. Their coach now goes to Alabama. They had the Joe Moore Award-winning offensive line last year. One good thing for them, Will Rogers coming in to play quarterback. I mean, that's significant. But you're also going to the Big Ten. That's going to be interesting. And then I'm really looking at Florida State. I mean, again, we're talking about teams that just had incredible seasons last year, lose one of the most dynamic quarterbacks that we've seen in Jordan Travis. DJ Uiagalelei, I still think Florida State can have a good season. But when you look at this schedule right here, you're going to play Clemson. You do get them at home, though. On the road at Miami, I think Miami has a great shot to maybe win the conference this year. On the road at Notre Dame, you do get Florida at home, but I think Billy Napier and them are just going to be, buzzing to win that game at the end of the season. So look for Florida State to regress a little bit. And that's not to say all 3 of those teams can't still have great seasons.
Yeah, and again, I want to make sure nobody is saying that Bama or Louisville or Oklahoma, that they're going to go 4-8. We're not saying there's going to be some Titanic level shift where you hit the iceberg and you start going down like a sweet.
Wait, are you telling me Alabama's going to go 4-8?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. But I do think the most intriguing one out of that list, Flaming, is Alabama. Because, the Jalen Milroe piece coming back is huge. Them having some, stability and continuity in that offensive line that was young last year. They're only going to get better. We know Alabama has talented players. Getting to that 12-win mark, even in a year where we have an expanded postseason, right, where if you don't get that early bye, you got to win what? 3 games to win the national championship, 4 games to win the national championship, something like that. I still don't see Alabama being able to get to that 12-win mark. Now, nothing would ever shock me, especially growing up in Auburn, probably knowing that Bama will go undefeated. But I do think out of that whole group that I listed, Alabama, to me, may be the one that can buck that trend. Maybe it's the most likely to be able to get close to what they did last year. I don't think they get there.
I think so. I mean, it helps when you return your. Let's remember Alabama's new head coaches. I mean, they didn't hire some scrub. There is a legitimate head coach in that office. Now, I know there was Nick Saban. Obviously, you're going to lose someone. He's gone. But returning your quarterback is huge. Returning some pieces is huge for Alabama. So I can see Alabama getting that mark. Washington's a little bit of a different story to me. As much as you lost, Michael Penix, those receivers, that offensive line, new head coach, I do see some regression there. Obviously, you're going to see regression in some of the top teams. Michigan, you went undefeated. I do think Michigan might sneak up on some people.
I think so, too.
This year, because it's to the point now. I know you lost all that talent. You lost your head coach. But the way Michigan's built, from the inside out, they're still going to have the same mentality. They're going to run the football, and all those kids are hearing how, well, this is going to be a down year for Michigan. These kids aren't good enough.
Nope.
So I wouldn't be surprised if Michigan came out and had a better year than people expected. And a team kind of no one's talking about. What about Arizona? You win 10 games. You lose your head coach. Your head coach is gone. You got the new guy, I believe, from San Jose State.
Yeah, I wasn't super
So, I think Arizona, there's some room for regression there. I don't think I see Arizona getting to 10 wins again. Other than that, Louisville.
Texas, what do you look at? You look at Texas.
I see Texas probably
11 players drafted. 11.
True, but you bring back your quarterback.
Good up front.
You're going to be good up front on the offensive line. Your secondary was terrible last year.
Isaiah Bond.
It's not going. You got a couple pieces, and Steve's still Steve. They're going to score points regardless. Can Texas stop it?
Well, tell me right now how. And I get what you're saying. Michigan can be sneaky in the fact that most people are assuming that they're going to regress, which when you lose that much, that's typically the way that the apple falls out of the tree. But I feel like Michigan's going to look a lot like Penn State did last year.
And they won 10 games.
And they won 10 games. So when I say regress and again, it's not this huge roll-off. Let's go over Michigan's schedule.
I got it right here.
Can you
Fresno State.
At home?
At home.
Win.
Hosting Texas.
Winnable football game.
It's winnable because it's at home, but I like Texas right now.
And you should like Texas in that game.
Yeah, I think that's fair. Arkansas State at home. USC at home.
They'll win that game because
September 21st at home, USC. Man, I got to find a way to get to some of these games. Minnesota at home. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in a row.
Minnesota game's going to be
not good enough.
5 in a row at home. On the road at Washington. On the road at Washington. Rematch of last year's national championship.
That'll be an
interesting game.
On the road at Illinois. Hosting Michigan State, I think Michigan State's going to be. I mean, to say they're going to be better is not that big of a deal because they were so bad last year. But I think Michigan State's going to take a step forward. Oregon at home,
loss.
See, that's
y'all. Wait a minute. Just this
Oregon,
schedule,
Texas.
This
USC.
schedule is like one of those schedules that you custom schedule in the EA Sports NCAA.
8 home games.
Y'all got Texas, USC, and Oregon,
and Washington,
all in the big
and Washington, and Ohio State.
Oh yeah.
God.
And if you like that,
that's how we do. I don't want to hear any of this comments this year about Michigan doesn't play anybody.
There's no room for those comments.
No, hell no.
You win that Texas game early. Like that's
Set the tone.
That's that springboard game that can a lot of mo can roll you into some.
Then you finish at Indiana, Northwestern at home, and then the Buckeyes this year are on the road.
So let me ask you this, David, right now, from a Michigan fan perspective. That schedule, 9-3.
If you win 9, if Sharon Moore wins 9 games.
Well, not only that, you're probably in the playoff.
Build him a statue.
There's no other.
With that
there's
schedule?
not depending on your losses, obviously.
Let's say you lose Ohio State on the road. Let's say you lose Ohio State. Let's say you lose
Texas.
One of the two, Texas or Oregon, right?
You lose to Texas and Oregon and Texas,
or if you lose Texas, Oregon, and Ohio State, that means you beat USC.
And you beat Washington.
And you beat Washington.
And you beat a rival in Michigan State, and you took care of the rest of business. Like, if you win 9 games, man.
And you're 3, and the other in Texas, Ohio State, and Oregon do what they're supposed to do.
I don't know, though. I don't know.
There's no way you get kept out.
I don't know, though, because what is your... If Washington has that down year, let's say you beat Washington. Let's say you beat USC, but both of them go 7-5.
Ooh.
And you end up 9-3. I don't know if that gets you in.
I don't know if it does either, but what it would do is be a great first year for Sharon Moore.
For sure.
Oh, no. It would be, we feel
I don't
good.
think Washington goes 7-5, though.
10-2.
That's a huge regression.
Let's go over, let's put
10-2,
Washington
you'd
real quick.
skate into the playoff.
Yeah. 10-2, you're in the Big Ten championship game, probably.
Possibly. Again, I have to see. I don't know which teams. There's no divisions anymore, so I don't know which teams don't play each other.
Fantastic.
But again, I mean, just like you guys with the Iron Bowl, there's an opportunity to play your rival 3 times in a row.
Oh,
really?
It's again. Is that something like? Am I in love with the thought of having to play the same team 3 times? No, because with my luck, we'd win the first 2 and lose the most important one, which would be the third. But no, it's a fascinating scenario that you never thought you'd see. But let's go over Washington's schedule real quick.
All right, you got Weber State.
Weber State. Again, that ain't exactly a walk in the park, but they should win that game.
You got Eastern Michigan, week 2. You got Washington State at home, week 3. Northwestern, week 4 at home. You go to Rutgers.
That game, Greg Schiano, they're all just walking in a circle in red robes around each other, freaking out during the offseason. So,
then you got Michigan at home.
Loss.
You go to Iowa.
Loss.
To Indiana.
Dude, Cignetti at Indiana is interesting. Like, he's got some swag, too. I like him.
And you got USC at home. Then you're at Penn State. UCLA at home. And then at Oregon.
8-4. Smells 8-4. So it's, man, this is going to be fascinating, dude. Like coming down the stretch. All right, going to get to the Booster Club, but first, all right, whether it's a future, who do you think is going to win the national championship in college football? Maybe you're putting some futures in for the Super Bowl. Doesn't matter the sport. Golf, Quidditch, knitting, cricket. BetOnline.ag has a spread for it. All right? You know we're betting on sports every day. The website's unbelievably easy to navigate. And if you're a diehard sports fan, BetOnline makes sports betting more accessible and convenient than ever before. And with just a few clicks, you can place bets on your favorite teams and events. Again, they got political bets too. All right, this is a one-stop shop. It's a la carte, everything you want at betonline.ag. So head over there to place your bets today. And when you use promo code BOOSTER, BOOSTER, you get a 50% instant deposit bonus of up to 1,000 human American dollars. That's betonline.ag. Use promo code BOOSTER. BetOnline, where the options are endless. And so is the what, David?
Fun.
Yes, David. Good. Our new time...
That's a good David.
That's a good David. Our new time slot, 2 p.m. Central.
Yes!
Starting Monday, baby.
Yes!
That's right.
Yeah.
We heard you. Y'all were talking, so we started listening. And then you started listening, and we started talking at 2 p.m. Central. That's how that works out.
Yeah.
All right, let's get to the Booster Club.
All right, hit that like, hit that subscribe button. If you donate, it's on topic. It will get read.
Stop screaming
if
at me.
not, it will get read at the end of the show. Sorry, I'm a very loud person. This is what I am. We're going to start off with the Nastrom fam. He says, how much can Notre Dame regress? Can they go perfect and go winless?
All right, let's pull up the schedule. What did Notre Dame go last year? 9-3?
It felt like a letdown.
God, it feels like it's I don't know, off the top of my head, it just smells like 8-4. What was it?
Last year, let's see.
Because I know they obviously had that game against Ohio State.
They went 10-3 last year.
10-3 last year because they won the bowl game. So it was 9-3, won the bowl game. They got to go over the schedule. I like Riley Leonard
because we know they open at Texas A&M, College Station. That's College game day.
Mm-hmm.
Northern Illinois at home.
Okay.
At Purdue.
Okay, win.
In-state rivalry there. Miami of Ohio home.
Win.
Get Louisville at home.
Win.
Stanford at home.
Win.
Georgia Tech at home. Do they play any away games?
Yeah, they...
Navy. Okay, it looks like Navy might be...
So they got Georgia Tech at home?
Yeah.
Look, I'm telling you, Brent Key, if I'm Florida State too, I'm a little bit nervy about that game in Ireland. Georgia Tech's going over there with nothing to lose, nothing but air and opportunity. All right, keep going, D.
Navy, and I think it's neutral site.
Neutral site for Navy?
I think so.
Okay, what else?
Florida State home.
Bro, what do they play on the road?
Yeah, like
don't worry about it, guys.
They have 8 straight either home games or maybe that Navy one's neutral.
They don't play
site.
a road game for 8 straight weeks?
They open obviously on the road at Texas A&M. They go on the road to Purdue week 3, but then it's like 7 or 8 in a row. Then they get Army, Virginia, and Army at home after Florida State, and then they end on the road at USC.
So you go to A&M, you go to Purdue, you go to USC, and you play
2 service academies, Navy and Army, and you get Florida State at home.
I mean,
there's a lot of room for winning.
There's a lot of room for winning. I'm going to be honest, that A&M game, that first game against A&M on the road,
huge.
If they win that one.
That one, again, we talked about trajectory and trampoline starts yesterday a little bit. You win that one, you're rolling. I'm going to say same, but different, but still same.
Dave Skylark.
I'm going to go 9-3, even Steven.
I love that.
Steven.
Actually, I think.
And again, we're not going to make our official predictions until after fall camp, but talking about regress, I feel like that one stays even. And look, that gets you in the playoff. Because again, remember, Notre Dame doesn't play a conference championship game.
Yeah. No,
so
and
you're Notre Dame.
Leonard, new kid on the
that
block.
Navy game, that game's at home. That's 8 straight home games.
Yeah.
That's 8 straight from week 3 at Purdue
to
the final game of the season at USC.
It's the best Notre Dame. We get 8 straight home games.
Football Jesus out there working them.
I don't know if I've ever seen that.
He said, we may have to go to College Station week 1. We may have to go to Purdue week 3. But then 8 straight weeks of you, me, touchdown Jesus, and Notre Dame.
I love it. All right, let's go to Jacob Russell.
Beat Ryan Day's ass.
What's up, dude? Hashtag Ask the Boys. You think FSU is coming for everything since getting pushed out of the college football playoff last year with DJ Ew? Sorry.
Did you say that or did he say that?
I said that.
DJ Ew, which, by the way, he just got married. And
hey, congratulations,
she ain't ugly. Let's just put it that way.
Good for him, man.
Good for him. I like
DJ.
I'm sure he's got a great purse. She's got a great purse.
Great purse. Great purse.
Great purse.
I think Florida State is pissed off. And they should be pissed off. But there's only one problem. I don't think DJU can routinely complete routine passes. Again, downhill, running. I don't think this Florida State team is going to be able to come back from some deficits. They'll be good. Florida State will be good, even though they did lose a ton. Like I said, they lost what amounted to be a nuclear weapon on offense. I mean, hell, and the defensive line, too, if we're going to be honest. I mean, you lost Jordan Travis. You lost Trey Benson. You lost Johnny the Giraffe. You lost Keon Coleman. You lost Jaheim Bell. I believe they lost Jaheim Bell. So when I'm looking, he was down the Senior Bowl. When I look at this Florida State team, it's almost like it's not LSU's situation, but it kind of is a little bit. You're talented still with what you bring back on offense, just like LSU is. But there's no way you're going to recreate what you were the year before. The difference between FSU and LSU is I believe in FSU on defense. LSU's got to prove it to me. So do I think Florida State's going to come in 13 flavors of piss with a chip on their shoulder, right? upset for greatness, which is the way I live my life every day? Yes, but that still doesn't make DJU good at throwing the football. And at the end of the day, I think that is going to cost them in some of these games. Not that they're going to go 5-7 or that, it's going to be some falling off a cliff. I just don't believe in DJU the way that some others. And you know what? I hope I'm wrong. Said this about Joe Milton, got crucified by Tennessee fans, right? And then look what happened. Same thing. There's this guy every year that we see, and we talk about it. So at the end of the day, I think MSU's going to be good. Your ass ain't winning 13 straight. I'm going to go ahead and tell you. So go and get emotionally, physically, and spiritually ready for that. Love you, because I'm going to tell you the truth.
Let's go to Jackson Connett. What's up, brother?
Is that Dalton's brother?
Maybe. He says, biggest regression, it's going to be SEC games not being on CBS. I'm sick of it.
You're already sick of it? Listen, after seeing the SEC on ABC logo, I don't fault you. Not a good start. On-the-field product will be so good, though. The on-the-field product will be so good. I'm just glad I don't have to listen. And he seems like a great guy. I'm sure Gary Danielson is such a good guy. Probably opens the door, walks old ladies across the street. I grew up watching him. He does know football. But it's just going to be nice to hear a new voice. It just started to get like the Simpsons teacher. Every time he, wah, 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 wah. That's what I started hearing every time Gary Danielson started talking. I want some new blood in there. All right? Maybe, I don't know, maybe I'll hop in the booth. What's Jake doing on SEC on ABC? Why are they arresting him? Why is he in a cell with Scott Scheffler? How did they just become best friends?
I heard you just trying to get to the game, dude. All right, let's go to Boone. Boone, what's up, brother? Hashtag Ask Crane. I can see Oregon regressing. Bo is gone. New conference with a lot more travel than previous years. What do y'all think? Who's a better QB, Bo or Dylan Gabriel? Mask up, Blaine. It's not that type of sickness, dog. We're good.
No, it is.
Don't worry, we're fine.
It's that sickness that hits you deep
It's
inside.
that shouldn't have ate at that Chinese place sickness.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, wow. Be so sorry.
Yeah. I was just walking in the bathroom like Rut-Row.
Like Scooby-Doo.
Yeah.
They make a grumpy. All right. Oh, God. Well, there's one. Okay, there's one.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you.
My fault.
Thank you. You gotta get him talking about
Oregon,
grumpies. That's all we need.
When he does the Scooby-Doo voice, how you doing?
Well, you get him talking about grumpies. It's hard to stop. It's hard to stop.
No one can fault you for that one.
Answer the question about Boone.
So, to me, right now, I would take Bo Nix over Dylan Gabriel. Because Bo Nix can stay healthy. I don't trust Dylan Gabriel to stay healthy throughout a whole year. Him and Quinn Ewers. Oregon went 10-2 last year, right? Your two losses are 11-2 overall. Your two losses were to Washington, right? One on the road, one in a neutral site by a combined score of 6 points. Then you just, beat Liberty to death in the bowl game. Give me Liberty or give me death. Well, you chose death. Let's go through their schedule. Because I like what Dan has. Going in the Big Ten, I feel like they're as ready as anybody could possibly be to go in the Big Ten. As ready as I think Oregon is, that's how not ready I think USC is.
All right, week 1, Idaho. We talking potatoes.
Dub.
Is it true that Idaho girls flash people at the games?
Idaho girl in the Kibby Dome?
Yeah.
I don't know. I was too busy watching us kick their ass.
I was going to say, didn't you go play that? Didn't you coach it?
Yeah, in the Kibby Dome. Dude, we went and played Idaho when I was in South Alabama and landed, first off, in Moscow, Idaho. Real place. Didn't trust it. Wanted to make sure there was Americans where we were landing. But when we landed, this is no joke, plane comes in, we're looking down, there's a golf course right next to the airport. When we're landing, about 500 yards from us, guys are putting on the green, not even phased. We're like,
locked in.
And they just locked. It's absolutely locked. I will say, I didn't see any flashing, but the pregame meal, or the night before, the meal we had in the hotel, had like 4 different type of potato options, and all of them were fire. All of them.
I love that you tried.
We had like mashed. Yeah, I tried all 4. What do you mean? It's free. Are you kidding? Like the French fries. The French fries.
I said I love that you tried all 4.
The French fries. Yeah, people forget. They're like, oh, your dad played in the NFL. It's like, yeah, you got drafted in the 5th round, like 1989. We lived in a triple wide in Dadeville until I was 12. Had a hole in the bathroom floor. So, no, like it was like.
Y'all too?
Mashed potatoes. Yeah, you were there.
Y'all had a bathroom?
Yeah, y'all had all right, keep going through Oregon.
All right, week 2, you got a Fighting Broncos Spuds.
So you play Idaho, then Boise State?
Yep.
Where's this Boise State game at? It's at home.
Well, that's going to be a week after they get stopped by Georgia Southern.
So. Yeah. We had a question there about Georgia Southern opener. Week 3, you go to Oregon State.
Dub.
Week 4 at UCLA.
Dub.
Michigan State at home.
Dub.
Ohio State at home. That game's going to be wild.
Toss up. Can't wait.
At Purdue.
Dub.
Illinois at home.
Dub.
At the Fighting David Cones.
Sorry. Is that Michigan or Georgia Southern?
That's Michigan.
Dub.
What?
Yeah.
Maryland at home.
Look at me when I say that. Dub.
At Wisconsin.
I think they're going 11-1.
No, they're not.
Okay.
And Washington.
Okay.
Wisconsin and Washington.
Okay. Watch this. I'm aiming for the summer.
That was a banger when it came out.
That really was a banger. I think a boy died who did that song.
Who did it?
I'm trying to remember. It was like Lil something.
It always is.
It always is.
Yeah.
Or young.
Let's go to Mark Narmore.
Jesus.
Narmore.
Figure it out.
Narmour.
Narmore.
Bye, buddy. Says,
Hope you find your dad.
If it's possible, Bama's going to sneak up on some teams.
No, they're not.
I predict Bama to have a great defense, and Monroe will be able to go through his progressions for the first time in his career.
Mark, first off, I see what you're trying to do, and I respect it. But let me tell you something. Bama is not sneaking up on anybody. Godzilla doesn't sneak up on the city.
I heard they're sneaky this year.
Like, in what world is Alabama sneaky?
New coach.
That's like thinking like Sherman Klump is going to sneak up.
Everyone's got Ole Miss winning the
Look behind you.
Now,
Yeah, look behind you.
People talking about Missouri.
Now, well, people use like Alabama can use that. They'll. Nick Saban's one of the greatest mastermind manipulators of all time.
To win 7 games.
Maybe Georgia Kirby does the same thing. Maybe to themselves, but to everybody else, no. Like they're not gonna go play anyone, and anybody's gonna be like, guys, don't worry, it's just Bama this week.
Hey, now other teams are out for blood.
Yeah, like they smell.
All right,
they're not gonna
get it.
I know, but they're not gonna
come and get it.
We've got a taste for lying.
What happened the last 10 years? We'll corner you and your pride. Oh yeah, how you gonna do that? How you gonna breathe on land? We will make an apparatus
out of kelp. Yeah,
30 minutes, 45 minutes. Plenty of time.
Yeah, you didn't fit.
We'll corner you and your pride.
I'm just telling
you. If you don't know what's going on out there, welcome to the club.
Watch the other guys. Maybe that David doesn't think's funny. But at the end, I just don't think Bama is going to sneak up on anyone.
They beat people for too hard for too long.
Yeah, it's just listen. The mental, like the scar tissue.
You're looking.
It's a Papa Roach song.
You're looking.
You guys killed me.
They're gonna be sneaky, guys.
You killed me.
It's
inside.
like I've been in a car wreck the last 8 years.
Yeah, it's the worst.
That's terrible.
It's the
exactly.
Worst.
That's terrible.
All right, let's go to one more.
All right.
Let's go to the Sauce King. What's up, brother? It says it's hard for me to see Michigan winning 10 games.
Me too.
Without Harbaugh. Give me your thoughts. I know y'all talked about their schedule, but I think there's a couple in there that they can pull off that we don't think they can.
Man, it's always hard to win 10 games.
Yeah. Well, it's
always hard.
And again, I think Coach Moore is going to do a really good job. I think that was the best hire you could have made. I don't think it's just about losing Harbaugh. Listen, at the end of the day, the coaches are obviously very important. Jim Harbaugh's not going to catch a ball. Jim Harbaugh's not going to make a tackle. Sherrone Moore's not going to throw a pass. He's not going to run the ball. It is about the players at the end of the day. You lost a bunch of very, very important personnel, not only from an on-the-field physicality, actually doing the things, but leaders as well. You brought up Blake Corum. You brought up J.J. McCarthy. That's something that's cultivated over time. This Michigan team was slow built to this crescendo. And all those guys pretty much are leaving at the same time. That doesn't mean that everybody's going to forget or Michigan sucks or goes back to irrelevance or whatever. But, it's all those things together. So that's why. But speaking of all those things together, need to talk about these NFL schedules. But if we're going to get all your beef, all your chicken, all your pork, all your seafood together, guys, summer's here. All right?
Grilling season, baby.
It's grilling season. All right? And I'm feeling pretty good about it. And with Good Ranchers, you don't have to worry about the quality of the meat, the sourcing of the meat, the tasting of the meat. It's all fantastic. They're one of the most popular companies in the country right now when you look at what they're doing. You've probably eaten some of their food recently, maybe even known it or not known it. And right now, David, if you go to goodranchers.com and use code BOOSTER, you get free burgers for a year. Support veterans this Memorial Day season. Let me say that again. Bring that back up real quick. I want to read that again, just to make sure everybody can hear me. If you go to goodranchers.com and use code BOOSTER, you get free burgers for for a year. Wow. That should be the only thing I have to say. And then it also supports veterans during the Memorial Day season. That's goodranchers.com. Use code BOOSTER, and you get free burgers for a year. God, I love this country. Also, we're going at 2 p.m. starting on Monday, so don't miss it. Be there, be lame, or listen later, and we'll still appreciate it. All right, what we got, D?
All right, let's talk about these NFL schedules. Jake and I talked a little bit about the schedule releases yesterday. A lot of marquee matchups. I mean, really heavy on Monday Night Football, Sunday Night Football even. Amazon got the Thursday slate, which I think is going to have a lot better games than it has traditionally. But I want to talk about the toughest schedules. Yep. You know, obviously the Steelers are going to be a team that gets brought up when we talk about these toughest schedules. And to me, the first place to look is the NFC North and the AFC North, because I think those are going to be the two toughest divisions when we start talking about the NFL. Mm-hmm. But I just want to bring the Steelers schedule up
That's
here
who I was said.
For 1 second. Not that it's so difficult in the front end, but let's just talk about the back end.
Well, that's the thing, David. Like, you hear the first two games, you're like, but then watch it build.
Well, really,
like Wayne
first
said,
6,
let the beat build as the schedule goes on.
But the last 8 weeks, so what's interesting about this is no division games. We talk about this could be one of the toughest divisions in football. No division games until the last 8 weeks.
That is why
6 of those games, those 6 games you have to play, all happen in the last 8 weeks. So Cleveland twice, Ravens twice, Bengals twice. Oh, and then on top of that, the other 2 games, Chiefs and...
You get the Chiefs twice, don't you?
And Eagles.
If you're Pittsburgh.
Chiefs and Eagles are the other 2 games.
Like, again, I was looking at them, and we actually talked about the Falcons having the easiest strength of schedule because we know who they're going to play. We just don't know when they're going to play them in what order, right? That's the biggest thing about this reveal. When I look at the way the Steelers' schedule is built, you better, at the beginning of that, you better win early. Like, because if it doesn't go good early, and this division is what we think they're going to be, the Browns, that's not your old Cleveland Browns. Like, let's laugh and point at the fat kid, whose butt crack's showing at recess. That isn't the Cleveland Browns anymore. If you look at the Ravens, obviously the sense of urgency there is at an all-time high with what Lamar, with that contract and who they've put around, and they've got some young pieces. And Joe Burrow, you're not keeping him
Joey
down.
Ballistic.
So, not that the Steelers can't be good. I think Justin Fields, regardless of what some of our callers believe,
setting it up for Fields to save the day.
Just come in, dun, 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 and we'll see. But, I mean, I don't even know. The Bills would probably...
The Bills got hosed.
The Bills did get kind of hosed a little bit in theirs. But I'm looking at the Steelers.
Not great.
Buddy, you better start out good.
Yeah, not great. I mean, if you're the Bills, you got the Chiefs. You got the Chiefs at home, but you got to go to Indianapolis. You go to Houston. You go 2 Rams, 2 Detroit. Your short week, you get Miami. Then I think you got to play Jacksonville on a short week, which is
I think the Steelers have a short week during Christmas, too, in theirs. It's like all the things at the end they could hit you with. Yeah. They're hitting you with. But Buffalo, and look, you talk about windows.
I just wonder how the Steelers' schedule is going to affect who they decide to go with that quarterback. Because like you've been saying, ever since they got Justin Fields on top of Russell Wilson with both of those trades, it's like, hey, the leash for Russell Wilson is going to be fairly short. You're only in on him for $1 million. Denver's still paying his contract.
He's got no leverage on him.
He's older. You have a younger player in there with Justin Fields. How is the back-heavy schedule going to affect how quickly they move on to a new quarterback?
Well, if anything, it's back-heavy. If it was front-heavy, I think the process would happen quicker. I think Russell would probably get put out quicker. Since it is back-heavy, you have Atlanta, week 1. Denver, week 2 is not going to be easy. Defensively, Denver's always good with the.
And they're going to still be believing.
And they're young, and the way they run around defense. Chargers, we'll see with the Jim Harbaugh coach team. Indianapolis, we're still figuring it out, but I think defensively they'll play well. I think there is room for error for Russell early in these weeks. It's going to be back heavy. I know that, but I think Justin Fields will be the starter by probably the Dallas game.
What week is that?
That is week 5.
Is that game at home?
That is at Dallas, I believe.
Good luck.
I don't think he's way off there. If you come out, everybody in Pittsburgh, it's always the backup quarterback we hear that's the most popular, this, that, and the other. But when they're dynamic like Justin Fields can be, and when Russell Wilson kind of has when you look at the Carfax, I'm like, Russell Wilson doesn't get anybody excited anymore. Who really, I haven't seen a Steelers fan yet that's like, man, I had a bad day at work, but I was driving home and then I remembered Russell Wilson is the Steelers' quarterback. Nobody said that. Like, I feel like you're waiting on Russell's downfall. Like, that's what you're waiting. You're just waiting on the downfall. So Justin Fields, you can just throw him in there, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. That's just, I don't think.
I think, well, I do think there's, I mean, I do think, you know, if there's ever a good recipe or an opportunity to come back, I think this would be it for Russell Wilson.
Now or never.
Now or never.
Oh, yeah, it's
you're replacing Kenny Pickett.
Yeah.
You're replacing a guy with tiny hands. I mean, the fan base is screaming for somebody.
Yeah.
Somebody come save us, please.
And they hadn't had a losing record in Mike Tomlin's tenure.
Yeah.
How wild is that? I think it's also worth talking about the Patriots. I think the Patriots are just going to have a rough go,
It's going to be tough.
I mean, Bengals to start, Seahawks, Jets, 49ers, Dolphins, Texans, Jacksonville, which I think is possibly overseas, Jets again. I mean, you really don't even get a breather until you get Titans week 9, but that game's on the road. The last 3 games of the season, Bills twice, and Jim Harbaugh and the Chargers tucked in the middle week 7.
If I'm Drake May, the minute that schedule came out, I'm calling Bryce Young. Hey Bryce, it's Drake. Oh yeah, we're so super rich. But anyways, how did you get through last year? Like this is going to be like what we saw from the Carolina
That's
Panthers.
another one. How quick does he
Young.
start? Is it going to be Jacoby Brissett's team to start? I don't know.
I'm gonna be interested to see how Gerard plays it, because nowadays there is no, all right, hey, take your time, let's ease you in. Like the Jordan Love thing, unless there's some elite quarterback in front of you or you do something stupid like the Falcons did in the draft, especially what C.J. Stroud did last year for the Texans, there's no more waiting when you get drafted that high. So like I think Drake is gonna play, Jacoby Brissett's gonna be basically the co-offensive coordinator.
You're right.
But again, if you're Drake May, I'm looking around at who the Patriots have on offense. Nobody. Looks like an accounting firm. And then you look at that schedule, which means it's going to be rough early. I mean, those defenses you just listed, the Jets, the 49ers, I know the Seahawks took a step back last year. I don't expect them to be that bad again this year.
But who's their head coach now?
That's exactly right.
Defensive coordinator.
So, like, this is not good.
Yeah.
This is about to be bad for New England and Drake. You just got to survive it.
All right, guys, a lot to get to here, so let's keep it moving. In the NBA, we're going to have a Game 7. Timberwolves force a Game 7 against the Nuggets, 115-70. They beat them by 45. Just at the start, the Nuggets jumped them at the start. They're up like 9-2. Whoa. Timberwolves call a timeout. I think they went on a 27-2 run after that.
Well, you can't. I mean, how many wide open threes are the Nuggets going to miss? You can't miss that many open threes and have nobody score on the bench until Christian Braun dunks one with like 6 minutes to go in the game. You just can't. You can't win like that. Jamal Murray just is. He looks hurt, honestly, and I think he rolled his ankle, did some early in this game. Jokic got his, but it wasn't in like these huge spurts that kept him in the game. Really, outside of Aaron Gordon, the Nuggets just missed a bunch of shots and nobody scored off the bench. Like Minnesota was good, right? That looked like the Minnesota we saw early. You saw that sense of urgency. Anthony Edwards is a problem. Mike Conley, I thought was, speaking of sneaky, I thought he was very sneaky yesterday in the way that he operated. But it's very simple, and I hate to keep it this simple. In basketball, if you're not making shots, you are not going to win. Minnesota made shots. Denver did not. Minnesota had great play and depth off the bench. Denver did not. But we're going Game 7 in Denver, and I cannot wait to bet on the Nuggets to win.
Cannot wait. You missed. I put a $250 future on the Nuggets to win the championship this week.
So what were the odds on it?
Plus 255, I believe. It was up to plus 400. I missed it.
Plus whatever.
Yeah.
When it comes to the Nuggets.
But now I'm just worried. Game 7, Anthony Edwards.
I wouldn't worry about the Nuggets at home. Game 7.
Yeah. You say that, then Anthony Edwards.
I mean, but if there's
then they roll that thing out from 300.
True. But I mean, you still have the big Suburbia, the Serbian, and I mean, Murray's not going to play that bad again.
Yeah. All right, on the ice here, Rangers close out the series with the Canes 5-3. Canes were up 3-1? 3-1 for most of the game. Rangers score 4 in the third.
I thought you were going to catch more
4 in the third
than this, because he said this was going 7, didn't you?
How does it not go 7? You're up 3-1 in the last period. Oh. You're up 3-1 at home in the last period. Like, you blew it. And I watched you blow it. And as somebody that had the over, I wasn't really super pissed because I had the over at 5.5 at plus 100. And the Rangers tied it up 3-3. But, I mean, God, it's just hockey, man. Like, I'm telling you, I don't think the home ice advantage, you talk about the puck bouncing off the walls, and you talk about getting the last change. I think the puck changes hands so much, I don't know how much of a home ice advantage there really is in hockey.
I mean, there's got to be little interest.
But the environment's so intense.
No, the environment's intense, but everything's going so fast. Like, I'm sure guys that are driving in NASCARs and that don't hear the crowd, there's 200,000 people there screaming and going nuts. But when you're going that fast, and like in the NFL, and they're like, hey, I'm running around, I can't hear the crowd because I'm afraid I'm going to die.
Yeah, it's one of those things where it gets so loud it's quiet. Right? Like
it's one audible noise, but you're not.
I'll never, and that's a real thing. I remember being at an Auburn LSU game when Auburn caught an interception to win the game, and it was so loud that it was like
when we played at Tennessee, it was like that. Like, it was so loud that you couldn't, if I'm right next to you screaming at you, you can't hear me because it's one audible noise. Like, people know, you played at Michigan. You know what I'm talking about. Y'all scream louder than anybody. And they're going to start selling alcohol at Michigan Stadium.
I saw that.
How about that?
I
love where y'all's heads are at. They should sell alcohol in every stadium. This is America.
Can't wait. We got to get up there for a game. All right, a couple more things to get to here. We have a video clip of this Scotty Sheffler incident, but before we do, I don't want it to overshadow what happened on the golf course yesterday in the opening round of the PGA Championship, because Xander Schauffele freaked out again.
He did it
opening
again.
round 62, second time in under a year that he shot 62 in a major championship, which ties the record.
I would love to go shoot 62 at the Goat Ranch course down the road. But Xander, again, he's just one of those guys where it's almost borderline. I mean, you talk about ninja focus, laser focus, to shoot 62 in general, but at that course, and to be able to have another record in a major. Now, the question becomes, David, can he hang on and win the whole thing? Well, if the police have anything to do with it, Xander's in a lot better spot than he just was.
Yeah, I mean, if you're Xander Schauffele and I know it sucks, like, you're waking up this morning and, like, you're calling people, you're making sure Scotty's okay.
There's going to be an hour delay, too.
Yeah, like this and that. But, like, I'm putting a call in, an anonymous call down to the police department and say, we should probably keep him for a couple days.
Well, yeah.
Let's keep him in there for a couple days.
Well, hey, what was in the car? Like, like Xander Schauffele just framed him.
It's time for Xander to get a major.
Yeah.
It's time, especially when you're
and I hope y'all realize what a 62 is. Like that 9 birdies. Nine birdies, 0 bogeys.
No bogeys.
Guys, that's so hard to do, especially at this course.
Yeah.
I did that one time, but no one was playing with me, so there was no...
I did that. I did that. Started the back 9.
No. I did that one time, and then I had to turn my Xbox off because I had to go...
So just to reiterate the breaking news here this morning, so there was a pedestrian fatality at Valhalla. Scotty Sheffler was not involved in that, but while he was trying to get to the course, he was detained by police, and our producer, Skylar, found some of this video footage.
Let's play this. We haven't seen this.
Guys,
no way.
Guys.
Dude, Step back.
Is it a woman cop?
I'm back.
Oh, no. Oh, y'all are arresting Scott Sheffler.
You're getting one, right?
This is insane. God, I heard the odds were they're going to be Dustin Johnson if anybody was going to get arrested.
Yeah.
Dude,
I'm staying back.
Here's the thing. Right now, he's going to jail.
Okay.
He's going to jail.
Oh, no.
And it ain't nothing you can do about it. Period.
Okay.
We'll see.
Okay.
Okay. Now, do you have
First,
a question?
I'm media. I'm a reporter. Okay. So that's all.
That's fine.
I just want to make sure that's
okay. But you need to step back over here now.
No problem. You got it.
Okay.
Dude.
Bet he plays golf today.
Like, y'all.
Oh, he was like, it's one of those things. Like, what movie was it?
I don't think
when
those
he
people
sat,
know who that is.
He sat in front of the guy, and
it
was Tom Cruise in that movie where he's the drug dealer, like in Arkansas.
Yeah,
and he flies that plane.
True story.
Oh,
True
America!
story.
And he sits in that office.
Made in America.
American
Made. That's it.
Sits in that office, and that lady's right there. And he's
Yeah.
like, "See him here pretty soon.
You're gonna get a call
on that phone, and I'm gonna walk out of this place."
Yeah.
I guarantee Scotty Sheffler probably didn't say it, but should have.
I would
I'd have sat down. He's like, "You're about to get a call on that phone."
Yeah.
And I like some sugar in my coffee.
Yeah. I'm just like, it's like they look at me, they're like, asking me, they're like, "Sir, what do you look like you're contemplating something." It's like, yeah, I'm just wondering like if I should get y'all fired or not. Like, I'm really just wondering because I think you guys don't know. It's It's like, sir, you just arrested Willy Wonka.
Yeah,
like,
you know it's bad. Like when the cop goes and looks in his holding cell and he's in there practicing chipping.
Yeah.
Right? He's in there working on his chip shot.
Like Xander shot 62.
And playing the harmonica.
I got to get low
Scott
today.
Sheffler's playing the harmonica, working on chipping.
How'd you in here? Like, how did you get his gloves and his caddies in there?
Maybe he went crazy. Maybe he went crazy before that video started. That just doesn't look like the type of guy to me right there.
I agree.
Who just went bonkers on a cop, and now when the video footage is rolling, he's calm as he
I
can
just
be.
feel like y'all don't know who that was. And I promise you that lady on the right's got no idea. And I don't think that police officer who was talking to them, I think the media guy was trying to help him.
Well, yeah.
He was like, hey.
And we don't know this.
Turn the camera off. You're making a huge mistake.
And we don't know the seriousness.
let's see.
Well, he wasn't involved in the pedestrian.
You know, everything that's
fatality,
happened. So.
which is obviously takes precedent over any of that stuff. But, again, if you're stuck somewhere, maybe like Scott Sheffler, and you need something shipped, well, guess what? We got a new sponsor that would love to ship it for you, and they can do so much more. Producing a podcast is harder than it looks. You know, doesn't lurk. But if you run an e-commerce business, you can relate to the amount of work it takes to produce something great, like hopefully you think our show is. And like us, you strive to optimize your workflow and reduce costs. And with ShipStation, that's right, a multi-carrier shipping solution seamlessly integrates your online selling platforms by streamlining the shipping process. They make it really easy so you can do what you're the best at.
Always on my ground.
Trust them to do what they're the best at while you're doing what you're the best at. It's called being a team, being a smart CEO. Our office coordinators, they love using ShipStation. Makes it easy for us between all the moving pieces in the office. We wouldn't be able to be where we are today, all right, if we had to waste time running a million different shipping companies. So check out ShipStation. They're an innovative tool that helps turn your shipping challenges into opportunities for growth. Go to ShipStation.com and use code BOOSTER. You see a theme on these codes? We try and do that because it's smart. And if you sign up today, you go to ShipStation.com and you use that code BOOSTER, and you sign up today, you get a free 60-day trial. That's ShipStation.com. Use code BOOSTER today. The
Entrepreneurs, y'all get out there. Small business owners, even if you use Shopify, for everyone who's already using Shopify, you can use ShipStation as well.
It's fantastic. Again, talk about making it easier for you to sleep at night.
Yeah.
And what else makes it easier for you to sleep at night? Knowing you don't have to get up so early if you're on the West Coast to watch Training Company, because guess what? We're going to 2 p.m. Central. Yes! Keep plugging it. All right, guys. We're getting to the phone calls here in about 7 minutes, but it's Friday.
Hold on. Do we have mugshot? Do we have a mugshot? Scotty Sheffler
we have mugshot? No!
That's real.
Why did I immediately get Guantanamo vibes?
Yeah. Why does it look like you committed a crime on a computer?
God, it looks like you just shot a 63
I need to
and then
know
flew
now. I have to know now.
It looks like you shot a 63 then flew a plane into a building.
No
one's happier than Dustin Johnson right now. Was it me?
Better.
I don't know. Why do I want to take all my money and go put it on Scott Sheffler to win this tournament?
It probably wouldn't be good odds.
Like,
even after you know
what that looks like? That looks like a man who is either about to rob a Brinks truck or go shoot a 64.
That's just not. We couldn't do anything better. We couldn't get anything. Like, I don't know if it's better if he smiles though.
No,
like it's not better if he smiles.
No, Dark Scotty.
Dark Scotty. We don't want that. We don't want that. We don't want dark. We want happy. See, those are dead eyes.
No, those are. I just had another child, and my kids are gonna have to see a picture of me in a mugshot.
His first child.
When his first child, and now they're gonna see me in a mugshot. Oh no, I just shot 58. Driver off the fairway. Who cares? I just got out of jail.
His eyes look like they're high.
I'm trying to find the BetOnline odds to win this thing.
No, look, I'm taking them, whatever they are. All right, but speaking of bet, one of our favorite
plus
segments.
650.
Plus 650?
Yeah.
I'll put 1,000 on it. One of our favorite segments where we each pick 3 videos. All right, so I want to bet. And we're going to start getting it where you guys can send it to the email address. And starting next Friday, we'll have a fan one as well. But I want to start with my videos. All right, is that cool with everybody?
I'm not laughing.
Please.
I'm not laughing.
All right.
I won't laugh at a single one.
All right. You guys are going to laugh.
Y'all want to be for real? I'll be for real. I won't laugh at none of this.
Don't say his name. Don't even say it.
No, I won't. All right, Skylar, do we have my first video? Here we go. Play it.
The paparazzi really are everywhere.
Everything you were told as a kid is wrong.
Gay penguins, bisexual lions, sex-changing clownfish.
This is a queer planet.
Queerness has always existed. It's only in humans that we have such a stigma about it.
The idea of just having two fixed sexes is clearly out of style.
Mother Nature is pretty open-minded.
All right, man, that's a good one.
It's clear
Dog.
And I guys watch and learn. The animals are gay now.
I want, like,
Watch and learn.
it's not 7:30.
right,
I'm
man.
watching
Hey,
Lions.
that was a good one.
Hey,
That was a
hey,
good one.
bisexual lions.
Dude,
Guys, you
like-
didn't know the planet is gay now.
We're a queer planet.
Yes,
man.
that's a real show.
Someone showed me that yesterday, and I still laugh.
Yeah,
so
well, yeah.
congrats.
No,
Yeah,
it's
animals kill each other too. I
yeah,
don't-
like they literally assault and kill
It's
and
just the
eat
transition
each other.
of it.
This is you want to see what
immediately going to Lions.
just when just society loses it, like at the point where they're like, this is where society lost it. Here we go.
All right, now
There
I'm
it
not
is.
laughing.
There it is. All right, second video, 1 for 1. Knew that was going to be a banger. Here we go. Guy with no arms throughout the first pitch. Let's see what happened.
So he learned to do everything in his life using his feet, including
tank.
Crush. Left center field.
Yeah.
This one's deep for
No way.
I've looked over this video many times.
Dude, first off, regardless of the MLB The Show tank at the end, oh boy, I think threw a pretty decent pitch with his feet.
Yeah.
That to me is real. The Helen Keller stuff, I don't know. Not fully 100% believe in there.
Okay.
All right, third video. This is the one that oh, did we not have oh, never mind. That video wasn't available. Yeah, watch this. Talk about golf. Talk about embarrassing.
Oh no. But he just swing. You just got to swing it. All right. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car.
No,
That's why I don't hang out with you. That's why I can't hang out with you, dude.
You can't go golfing with the
No.
That's why I can't hang out with you.
Like,
you do dumb shit.
None of us are good, but you can't do that.
You can't do that.
You have to leave. We have to leave, actually.
Get in the car. Don't get the club. Don't get the club.
Yeah, just get,
No.
in the car
Get in the car.
before anybody sees us.
Whoever saw that, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are you apologizing to every person on the
Yeah, whoever the guy is
Guys,
who runs the
this
course
is-
for the
it's
day.
my girlfriend's brother. I have to be.
I don't even want to hang out with him.
Yeah.
You got videos today?
Yeah,
or
come
what?
on. I got a couple in here. What's the first one we got? All right. Back when presentations were actually good. Run it.
I am going to count down from 3, and I want you guys all to clap. Just once, no more. You guys ready? 3, 2, 1. And that's how quick you can catch the clap. In other words, gonorrhea. My name's Malik Rubio, and I will be educating you guys more on the effects, preventions, and statistics on gonorrhea. Let's get right to it.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
I miss those days.
That got a chuckle.
I miss those days. What other ones we got? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Please.
That's really him.
This is real.
How happy he is.
It didn't pick up a basketball. Didn't pick up a basketball after that.
Yeah.
He hates basketball.
That's so fun. That's all I got.
He
for
hates
today.
it. He hates
All right, bring
That's
up my
good.
videos. Let's see what we got
He
here.
hates basketball.
Let's see what the internet had for us this week. Oh, yeah, please play this.
Oh, is this
Panthers new wide receiver Xavier Leggett.
I had a job for real. I mean, in 2020 with COVID, one of my partners was working at KFC. And I went in there. He kept begging me to cook because I was just chilling at the house. I went in there about 2 weeks and I got on though.
And you know what?
Yep.
We all know what he's saying.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
Guess what?
We're from the South.
If I'm a Panthers fan, this makes me feel even better.
You got to feel good about
his
it.
buddy works at the KFC. He put up on his pond. He made it.
Like, dude, like,
my
and,
fault,
oh boy,
dude.
I think Xavier, if he can stay healthy, like this cat, like, and country folks too, man. They're telling you,
Built
best football players are
different.
country. They're country as hell.
Built different.
It's built different.
All right, next video. Oh,
my
yes.
God.
Please, just please run this.
Grandma.
I remember when I lost my
Shut it down. Shut it down.
Okay. I did not.
Oh, the internet was looking out for me when I found that one yesterday.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
oh man.
David, I did not expect that. If you're struggling with collections, medical bills, credit cards, or personal loans, you need to check out PDS Debt. PDS Debt is an innovative one-stop shop guide to guide you on your journey to freedom from debt. Freedom from debt. There's no one-size-fits-all solution to becoming debt-free, which is why PDS Debt offers multiple programs and solutions tailored to your specific needs, budget, and future financial goals. If you're in debt, they can help you. All right? They can help you. Not only does PDS Debt have an A+ rating on the BBB, but you also save thousands in interest and fees and pay off your debt in a fraction of the time. PDS Debt cares about helping you get out of debt.
Yep.
Check out all their reviews and see how many people mention PDS Debt. Employees by name. It's incredible. Right now, PDS Debt is offering our listeners a free debt analysis, and it only takes 30 seconds. So head over to pdsdebt.com/booster to get your free debt assessment today. That's pdsdebt.com/booster. Head over there.
Do it today. Do it.
Just to remind you, we're going at 2 p.m. Central on Monday. Can we just one more time? Can we just one more time? Can we watch it one more time?
Don't.
Play it again.
Can we watch it one more time? I don't even care what your last video is. I don't want to see it. This is so unexpected from you, David. Play it one more time just so I can get past it so we get to calls. Just play it.
So bad, I can't watch it.
I remember when I lost my mind.
Oh, man.
Can we get to phones for the love of God?
Yeah, let's see who's on the line today, boys.
Oh, the look in her face. The look on my face. Oh, God.
We got Jacob in Georgia. Jacob, what's the word in Georgia, man?
Jacob.
I think whoever's running the phone lines is dying laughing. Yeah.
Jacob, can you hear us?
Oh, Jacob.
Oh, man.
Jacob, are you alive? What's going on? Should we try someone different?
Hello.
Oh, there you
are. Hey, man, what's up? Oh.
Hey, guys, how's it going this morning? Happy Flaming Dragon Friday.
Happy Flaming Dragon. The under still, we're still cruising. I just got to stay focused for 27 more minutes, David.
There you go. Stay focused. I believe in you, Jake. I believe in you.
Hey, I appreciate that.
You breathe in him.
By the way, this is the same Jacob that called at the beginning of the week from Statesboro, Georgia. Health Southern.
Yeah,
Data. All right, so I want to touch base on the new time slot, guys. You got a lot of people who are on both sides of the aisle here. I'm gonna take the side of it's a good thing. The reason why is because I get off of work at 2:00 and I go to the gym at 4:00. And so
how about that?
At 3:00, it'll be awesome. I can listen to y'all while I get ready for the gym and then go to the gym. So I think it's a smart move by y'all to move.
Appreciate it, Jacob. Thank you. We're excited, man.
One more thing. So a little bit of Sun Belt, of course. The Georgia Southern Eagles went 6-6 last season, of course, and I had them going 7-5. Do you think that they can be the best team in the Sun Belt Conference this year? I think what Clay Helton's doing down there, he's doing some great things recruiting wise and stuff like that. Do you think we can do better than 6-6 this year?
Yeah, I think Georgia Southern can be better than 6-6. I mean, is Davis Brin coming back for year 37?
That's what I hear.
When I look at Georgia Southern, I look at the rest of the Sun Belt, just like any conference, there's always a couple surprises, good and bad. I'm looking at how South Alabama's going to do with Major taking over after Kane obviously became the defensive coordinator there at Alabama. But, you look around the rest of the league, and I think, too, Jacob, a lot of people don't understand who the Sun Belt has added. Like, you've got James Madison. Like, there's been some real quality ads. I think they can be a top 3 to 4 Sun Belt team. I don't know if they have the ability or the talent up front this year to be able to be the best Sun Belt team. That's I'll have to keep my eye on that. We'll dive into the Sun Belt a little bit more.
Boise State in the opener.
Right.
Yeah.
How cool is that? Boise State coming to town. You going to that game, Jacob?
Dude, that is the plan. That is the plan. And listen, if y'all come down, y'all need to come down to the David, especially if y'all come down, y'all need to come down to the not the James Madison game, Appalachian State game, man. I don't know if you remember David,
last week of the season.
Yeah, I don't know if David will show up for that one.
I can't wait. Didn't y'all break the record? Y'all broke the attendance record. Maybe that was Georgia State at home last week, but yeah.
Not this past season, the season before when we hosted them. So
yeah. Well, we'll see. I'm rooting for Clay. I'm rooting for Clay. I like him a lot. He's a good dude. Had him on the show.
Me too. And David, I know about Vandy's, man, but listen, we got this new place. It's called Dolan's Barbecue, all right? And it's right there on Main Street and stuff like that, and it's phenomenal.
That's all my brother Aaron's been talking about. So yeah. All right, we'll give it a try, man, when we come down.
Yeah, we'll see you over there.
Thanks, Jacob.
Appreciate it, Jacob.
Appreciate it, man.
Yeah, we'll host y'all. Y'all have a good one.
Yes, sir. All right, let's go to Jen in Lubbock. Jen, what's up?
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you doing?
Or is it
today?
Jan?
What's up, Jan?
Jan in Lubbock.
Hey, good morning, guys. How are you today?
Good. How are you doing?
Well, I'm doing good. I have sort of mixed feelings about the schedule change, but I've come to I can deal with for two reasons. One is I'm going to miss my early morning where I get a good laugh every morning, started with you guys. But I got to thinking about the fact that we're coming up to summer. It's going to be really hot. I can do my gardening in the morning. I come home in the afternoon and like a good Southern woman, sit down with a glass of sweet tea and listen to play. But mainly, I've decided that we're doing this for the West Coast because I don't know if you guys remember something called the Voice of America, when it would reach out to Eastern Europe and talk to them about communism and about American freedom. I think this will be good for the West Coast.
For sure. I mean, it's we want to be that's exactly right.
Wow.
We want to be the voice of America, the sports voice of America, Jan. But where you're at in Texas, listen, there's nothing better getting out there maybe on a hot day. And I actually put this question on social media, and I think it's a legit question. What is the best hot day, front porch, non-alcoholic drink to sip? You got lemonade, you got sweet tea, you got Arnold Palmer's was thrown in there. Like, obviously, cold beer. I mean, let's be honest.
Well,
but
I have a tie between sweet tea and Arnold Palmer.
Well, that's a great tie. That's a great tie. But Jan, we're excited about the time change too, and excited about you.
The other reason I called is that I'm trying to find out something to fill my time with until football starts and basketball starts.
Yeah.
So I've kind of gotten back into how much I really like boxing. So do you think the Jake Paul, Mike Tyson thing is for real? And then here's my bet. I haven't figured out the other side, but if Mike Tyson comes in and KOs old Jake Paul in the first round, I mean, I hope the first thing is he just KOs him. And if he does, I think that Jake Paul has to give up the name Jake. I like the name Jake. I love the name Jake. I don't like Jake Paul. And I don't think he should be entitled to the name Jake, especially if he's KO'd.
Well, this is Jan, where the best part of being able to be the guest speaker at the Jake convention this year comes in. We are able to file a motion to unname a Jake. Like, you get to pick one of you.
He already has another first name, Paul.
Yeah, there you go. It makes it even easier. But no, I think I'm interested in the contract, like who gets paid if it goes the most rounds and what. I think there's some stipulations in there that we need to dive into. But personally, and look, Jake Paul, I've actually started to like him more than I did like a while ago. But make no mistake, I hope Mike Tyson knocks Jake Paul out the first time he swings at him. And I think he's going to.
Too.
Like, I don't think, you can fight all these guys. Like, I don't care if Mike Tyson's 112 years old. This cat's different. It's final. Like, this cat's different. But we'll see, Jan. We'll see.
Current odds are plus 150 for Tyson, minus 140 for Jake Paul.
I can get Mike Tyson at plus money in a boxing match
they have
that he cares about.
if Jake Paul makes it out, he has to fight Tyson Fury the next round.
Yeah,
that won't happen.
They'll be picking up.
That won't happen. Even though he does have a fight coming up, I think. Appreciate it, Jan.
I'm going to join the traveling team, and I'll see you on Monday at 2 p.m.
Can't wait.
Jan. Thanks for calling in.
Send me some Arnold Palmer.
All right, let's go to Jordan in North Carolina. Jordan, is this about the Flaming Dragon Friday agreement?
Can you hear me?
Yes, Jordan.
Hey, what's going on, fellas?
What's up, bro?
Oh, yeah, I just want to talk about the Flaming Dragon Friday agreement.
Yeah, let's talk about it. Before you do, real quick, hold on. Don't let this be a rope busting situation.
David, there is.
I don't know why
a lot of names
interrupting Jordan, but
it's just a friendly.
Jordan, please continue.
Jordan, please continue.
Thank you, Jordan.
Jordan, please continue.
I'm not trying to trick anybody in this. I'm not trying to trick. I'm just trying to answer some questions so we can get this agreement signed and get the official rules going.
Yeah, so I mean, it's not nothing even is official until the rules are signed.
I have it right here in front of me.
Yeah, and we have the amended, Jordan, we have the amended version, right, with some of the corrections?
First of all, nice work, man.
Yeah, incredible work.
Appreciate it. Yeah, so the biggest changes I made was I widened up what Jake and David can call the Dragon on Fridays.
Thank you.
Flaming Dragon, Flaming, FD, he, him, that guy, my brother, or any other commonly used term meant to refer to a 29-year-old man.
I like that better.
Yeah, I love that.
And the details matter.
They do. It's the little things.
Hey,
That's
Jordan, did you get that a package I left for you under that bench on 8th Street?
No, I'm not touching that.
All right, good.
I wouldn't either.
Code saying mango.
The code name Mango?
I like that you were able to put a package underneath a bench, but you won't send Kirk his
Yeah.
It's on the way.
Sure.
It is.
Kirk will never.
He lives in Canada.
But, Jordan, here's what we're going to do. With the amended version, I've read through it. I feel good about it. I'm going to sign it today.
Okay, I'm going to sign it today. We'll put a picture of the signed document on I like
social.
that we get the Honorable Judge Matt Walsh involved. Does
he need to be notarized?
He's not the honor. Like that guy hadn't even done his bet. All right, so he's unhonorable in my book. All right, I'll have
Flaming Dragon's still upset about.
I'll have my people look over it, and hopefully we can get it finished today. Jordan, just remember code name Mango. All right.
But Jordan, we appreciate that, and now it's buttoned up.
Absolutely. Do you have any questions about it you want to go over, or
no? I mean, I'm good. Obviously the spread is set. It can be different each time, right? We're good with that. That was the only thing.
So for that, the chat sets it on Thursday, and then Blaine has the ability to either raise it or lower it at his discretion.
Okay.
Article 1.3.
I like that. That's a good.
Is there anywhere in there that says where I can stop or start when it comes to lowering or doing the number?
Over under at the beginning of the show, after the Flaming Dragon Friday graphic is played.
Don't say his name.
Thank you.
Don't say his name.
You must announce the amount of times Jake and David can say your government name. That is known as the number. The number will be determined the following way. The chat will vote on the number by popular vote on the Thursday before Flaming Dragon Friday.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
But you, at your discretion, will have the authority to increase or decrease that number.
I love that. Jordan, I love it.
We'll look over today, Jordan, and hopefully we can get it passed through.
Jordan, you are the man. I'll hit you up on Insta.
Thanks, Jordan. All right, let's go to Jeremiah in Alabama. Jeremiah, what's up?
A bullfrog.
Not a good friend of mine.
Good morning, gentlemen.
What's up, dude?
Good morning.
So I've been an Alabama fan my entire life because, in Alabama, you grow up, you got to be an Alabama-Auburn fan.
For sure.
There's no choice. Yeah. So, but I've recently become a Jacksonville State football fan because I plan on attending there once I get done with community college.
Let's go.
Hell yeah, dude.
So my question is, they just moved from the FCS to the FBS level.
Yep.
So they're not guaranteed a bowl game, and they can't play in their conference championship because of that. My question is why is that a rule?
Yeah.
And do you think the NCAA, with them losing power, that'll ever go away?
Well, the question is, like, is NCAA going to lose power from a connection with a team like Jacksonville State as opposed to the Power Five breaking off and doing their own thing? I think the NCAA still have their hands on some of the smaller conferences and Group of Five, basically. Here's number one. Is that still the rule for Jacksonville State this year? Because I know it was last year. Are they still within the – because when we were at South and we went to the Sun Belt, we had to wait. Here's – the rule needs to be abolished. It's dumb as hell. What it was made for was, oh, well, you're not going to win it anyway because you're moving up. So let's have at least a year of probation for you to be able to build up, and that way you don't come in and interfere with the conference, even though we know you're going to lose every game. It's a stupid-ass rule. It shouldn't be a rule. I don't care if you're moving up from FCS to FBS, from Friday Night Tykes to the NFL. If you're putting us in this division and we have to play this schedule, I want to be able to win what everybody else is able to win.
Mm-hmm.
We see this in college basketball. I watched Bellarmine win their conference tournament and not be able to go to the NCAA tournament when they should have got an automatic qualifying bid because they were brand new in the conference. Sorry that we came in here and started throwing bows. But you know what's amazing? You know where you don't see it? You don't see it with Texas and Oklahoma moving to the SEC. You don't see it with Oregon and USC and UCLA moving to the Big Ten. Now, I know that's from conference to conference in the same division, but it's the same methodology. You're going to a new place, so therefore you can't disrupt the apple cart early, and we're not going to let you win it. It's a stupid rule that was made by stupid people, and it needs to be abolished, in my opinion. And I've said that multiple times.
Yeah, I agree.
That's like walking into a bar. That's like moving to a new city and walking into a bar, and the security guard being like, hey, man, listen, you can talk to all these girls, but you can't take any of them home because you just moved here from another city. It doesn't make sense. If I'm at the bar, I got the exact same shot as everybody else.
That's a rule in Atlanta. You can't just move over there and just...
Depend. I mean, I haven't been to Onyx in a while, David.
Onyx. Good God. Thanks, Jeremiah.
I have one more question, kind of like piggybacking off that real quick. So, like, you were a coach. So does it make it harder to recruit players knowing that they can't really compete for a championship or anything?
Yeah.
Dude, yeah. I mean, you have to address it. Like, and you can sit here and be like, it doesn't matter. It matters.
Ask Florida State.
Yeah, it matters. It makes it harder to motivate. Like, again, you're like, all right, well, I can do as well as possible and get and don't even have a chance at the big reward. Right? We don't even get a shot at it. Like, and again, guys will grind and they'll, at South, we had to find ways to motivate our guys and do that. After going through it, it hurts. It's tough. And it's really hard to recruit. And now with the transfer portal, imagine that. You're going to a new place and you're trying to keep your best players as you're moving up. Well, they're looking around like, hell, I can't win a ring. I can't win the conference championship. Well, why don't I just go somewhere else where I have a chance to actually win it? So, I mean... yeah, it makes it a lot harder.
Appreciate it, Jeremiah.
Great call.
We have an update. Scotty Sheffler is facing 4 charges following his arrest outside of the PGA Championship in Louisville, Kentucky. Jefferson County records show that Sheffler was charged with second-degree assault on a police officer, a felony, along with lesser charges of third-degree criminal mischief, reckless driving, and disregarding signals from officers directing traffic.
Wow. Assault on a police officer?
They got to have body cam footage of something.
Good. Put it out.
Let's talk about more things that aren't going to stick.
Yeah. You want...
None of this is going to stick at all.
Assault on a police officer. Scotty Sheffler?
And I have a pretty good idea who was there, who the cop was.
Yeah, I got a pretty good idea, too.
We're going to find out.
Yeah, we're going to find out.
All right, thank you for that update, Control Room. All right, let's go to Lewis in Omaha. Lewis, what's up?
God, I love Omaha.
Never been. Want to go.
Hey, good morning, gentlemen.
Lewis, what's up, buddy?
Hey, been listening for 2 years. Haven't commented, haven't called in, so this is a watershed moment for me.
Look, it's
thank you, brother.
Look, we appreciate it, man.
We're here together.
Hey, I will say, I almost called in a year ago at this time. Y'all actually had my brother on the show, and you asked him his best NCAA football video game story, and the one he told was just awful. I personally know about 5 better ones, all of which came at my expense. So.
I've lived that life, Lewis, for sure.
Haven't we all? Calling in today talking about college baseball, obviously being an Omaha boy. Want to ask y'all, if y'all were flying blind at this point, looking at the field you see right now, if there's a team not getting enough attention, playing well right now that you think could potentially make a deep run this postseason, make it to Omaha, win Omaha, what team are you looking at?
Oh, man. They're always going to get attention because it's a baseball school. And Arkansas is easy to say, but South Carolina to me I think is sneaky. But there's a team out of the Sun Belt, and they're actually playing my alma mater this weekend. Louisiana Lafayette. They got to win 1 game out of 3 to win the Sun Belt, to clinch it. I think this team, and we've seen teams from the Sun Belt, we were talking about it earlier, watch Coastal go win a national championship. Watch out for ULL, and that's what I still call them. Just watch out for these cats. And a lot of times you hear about ULL softball, which has been an absolute powerhouse over multiple years. This Louisiana Lafayette team, you come out of this, I guarantee you, all those places that host a regional do not want a Sun Belt team there, especially not ULL. That's the one I'd keep my eye on. But I can't. I coached at Iowa Western over there in Council Bluffs. And love Omaha. Love it. Y'all have one of my favorite breweries/restaurants there, too.
Oh, it's a great place, man.
Yeah, and people don't realize, Creighton's right there. Literally right there. And that arena they play in is incredible.
Thank you, Lewis. Appreciate it, man.
The city, the Charles Schwab Center.
Dude, but hey, man, I'm out there. Me and you, we'll go grab a cold soda together.
Thanks for calling in, man.
Lewis, first time.
Yeah, great call. All right, we have 5 more callers on the line. Obviously, it's 7:51 here. We're running against time. I want to try something. It's our last Friday morning show, all right? Let's give everybody 10 seconds. I'll call on you. You have 10 seconds to say your piece, and then I'm moving on to the next caller.
Rapid
I have
fire?
a stopwatch up. It says rapid fire, just so we can hear from everyone on our last morning show. Let's go to Matthew Nighthawk in Ohio. You got 10 seconds, man. What's up?
Go.
Yeah. So right after you guys gave that update of Scotty Sheffler, Adam Schefter just released an update saying he's on his way to Valhalla. What are the odds that he uses one phone call to call Tiger Woods to see who his attorney was?
That's a great 10 seconds worth
Way
right
to use
there.
your 10 seconds,
At least
Maddie.
70%. I'm sure Tiger probably drove there to pick him up.
Going super low this week.
Next one up, Timothy in Green Bay. Timothy, go. You got 10 seconds, man.
Get him, Tim.
Tim.
Jake, you're the curse. Game 7. Awful call, and Justin Fields still sucks.
Hey, I'll eat that one. You called it. I'll give you credit on that one.
I love it. Steve in Ohio. You got 10 seconds, man. What's going on, Stevie?
Hey.
What's up, dog?
Hey, Jake. I have the baseball cards for you, and I changed my eBay store name to Booster Club Cards, so that gives you an even better reason to go through me to get your cards started.
There you go.
I'm in. Steve, I'm in. I'll contact you.
Love it. Steve's always looking out for us, man.
Steve's always looking out.
Appreciate it. All right, Noah in Texas. Noah, you got 10 seconds, man. What's going on?
Hey, good morning, Kings.
What's up, buddy?
Bet the mortgage on Packers over 9.5 wins.
Gotcha.
Really?
Gotcha.
9.5.
Look,
I'm not even going to look.
Noah calls in from Texas and tells me to take the Packers. Damn it, I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, I'm not going to disagree with the guy the Lord talks to.
That's what I'm saying. Look, Noah, I trust Noah. Some of these people I don't. Noah.
Appreciate it, Noah. All right, this rapid fire is working out. Everyone's following the rules. Matthew in Arkansas, you're the last one, brother. The last morning call. You got 10 seconds. Go ahead.
What's up, y'all? It's the Heartbroken Hog here, and I'm glad it's Flaming Dragon Friday because I got some fire for the freaking NFL scheduling committee because they need to get off my lawn.
I love it. Why do you love it?
The worst schedule they possibly could have. They have the second most short weeks this year, and it is the first time since 1927 that a team is playing every day but Tuesday.
Are y'all the back-to-back Super Bowl champs?
Well, you know what?
Not?
You got Patrick Mahomes. I can understand why you're upset. It's like Will Ferrell said, my feet are taped to the bicycle.
You got something, man. At least you got something.
Yeah.
Oh, thank y'all.
When we stay home with Steve.
Yeah.
Love y'all. Call in next week.
So, 1-1 yesterday. It was even because the bet I did hit was plus 100. Tonight, Pacers at home. against the Knicks.
Game 7?
I'm afraid to even say that now.
Why
do I think TJ O'Connell?
I just thought you were
going Pacers.
Yeah, I thought you were turning into a Knicks guy.
Well, I still hope the Knicks win the series. Yeah. I'll take the Pacers -6 at a smooth 115, and then, all right, Brian, we're riding squad ride. Bruins money line tonight +124. Come on!
You want to take Bruins too? Let's squad ride this thing? No? All right, well then just bet buds. Bruins +124. I'm going double hockey. Let's also go Abs -120. Hosting the Stars. Let's get a couple game 7s out of this.
All right, no bets for me. Yesterday I was fighting the devil in the bathroom, but today, give me the Rangers and the Angels. Nerfy, that's going off at -1. Who knows? It's off the screen. And then the second one, Nets Marlins, Nerfy, that is -125. Let's get on track, stay on track, be on track, become the track.
I love that. Ace, you. Taking the Knicks +6. Pick up sticks. This -110. Then the Yankees, -1.5 at a cool -1 1/4. All right, let's get to the donos.
I do, before we go to donos.
knee.
Whoever said after that video that that's the new tween wave, just want you to know you're appreciated.
I don't know what that means. What? David, you put the funniest video.
Tween wave?
That's the funniest video anybody's played yet.
Or did you think so?
Yes.
Dude, tween waves, so when they all fart in the mic?
No, dude, like that was so unexpected. Like,
tween wave.
Bro, I was.
That's usually not your humor right there, Dave.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I'm not thinking about my humor.
That's usually
I'm thinking about y'all.
Yeah, see, like that's why it caught me so off guard.
All right, let's get some donation. $5 donation from Evan McCartville. Appreciate it, Evan. Couldn't get through. Just wanted to give some Hagen Smith his flowers. Probably the best college regular season since Strasburg.
Yeah.
Dude has been lights out. WPS.
Got some hater in him.
$5 donation from Neftink. Could my oldest son, John Robert, and Blue Wahoos get a motivational speech there in the middle of their T-ball season.
Oh, the Blue Wahoos?
That's a fire-ass name.
Let's go. Play that music. What's his son's? Tell me the son.
It's John Robert.
John Robert. All right, we're getting the motivational music going. Here we go. Motivational music. T-ball. Doesn't matter. Major League Baseball. Doesn't matter. It's about competition. And you have different groups out there. You got the Yahoos. They're not the Blue Wahoo, the Wahoos, though. And John Robert, or JR, as we call him in the dugout.
JR Smith.
You got to start leading the team. You've got to become the captain. Your rise to stardom starts now.
Rise
Middle
up.
of the year, beginning of the year, end of the year, it doesn't matter. Because right here dropping hits. It's like Def Jam Records.
Yeah.
So good luck, JR, Neftink, everybody involved.
J Money.
And the rest of those kids. Just make sure y'all bring the Capri Suns and orange slices.
Third inning.
JR?
By the third inning, I better have some Capri Suns in the dugout. Let's go to $5 donation from Mark Stacy, the second.
Okay, good.
So I said the floor is 2 losses for the Sooners this year in the SEC, and I stand by that.
The floor?
The SEC is different, but so is the pride of Oklahoma.
Listen,
no regression.
No. Again, nothing would surprise me with Oklahoma. I think Jackson Arnold down the road is going to be a really good player. I just don't think this is the year for them coming to the SEC. Again, we have surprises good and bad each year. I'm just not seeing with Oklahoma. But, Mark, we're going to be here, babe.
Well, so you have that curiosity, and now you have my attention.
So we're going to be able to go back and forth. It's just, I think it's going to be more like one tequila, 2 tequila, 3 tequila floor than 2.
$5 donation from Apollo Creed.
He's still alive?
He's in there.
R.I.P. to me, listening to the show coming off night shift. Love you guys from the newest member of the Harrison Butker fan club, HBFC. Hey, you're still Apollo.
Apollo, again.
R.I.P.
We talk about this with Nick Saban. Malleability at the top. Malleability at the top. You're going to find a way. But how about this? What if you just don't listen until the night shift? Again, sometimes you got to call an audible to the plays that you've been running. Sometimes it's about the adjustment to the adjustment.
Sometimes he's got to make a little bit of a sacrifice for the things you love.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
You got to be willing to be that guy in there. You don't have to take the 3 game-winning shot. Be that guy who finds the pass.
The kick out?
Who initiates the
Be LeBron. Be the guy who passes
three over
the final
there?
shot.
See, I can't even.
To the clutch guy.
Be that guy who passes to Ray Allen.
This is why I
for the
hate
game
y'all
winner.
so much. You know what? This is just perfect. Right? It doesn't matter. The thing's not signed.
No, actually, that's a good reminder. You and I should just be quiet for the next.
It doesn't matter. The thing's not. The lawyer just called in. Y'all are stupid. All right, $5 donation from y'all's favorite. It's Ryan Gade.
Suck it, Ryan.
Said, when are we going to get a crossover with Brett Cooper on one of her videos? Only thing we ever saw was when Blaine wore her jean jacket that one time. You wanna make enemies out of everybody on the show.
Yeah.
Is that what you want to do?
Ryan's
with me?
Slowly trying to.
You want to like dog? I'll slowly poison your water.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
He's kidding.
Joking.
That's why he's not allowed in Michigan anymore.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Let's go to a $2 donation from Charles Dossett. Now that the schedule is out, what Rams game should I see?
Charles, let us look at that. And we'll get you an answer.
$5 donation from Sasha. NFL scheduling for divisional games should change to the first 3 and last 3 weeks of the season.
Don't hate that.
Playing that close doesn't allow for adjustment.
Second person I've heard say that. I don't hate that, Charles. I don't.
$2 donation from Timothy from Green Bay. Uh-oh, Jake. David is in the curse. It's you. Grow up and you're ugly.
What?
He didn't put that last part out.
You're sick.
You're a psychopath.
You're literally
$20 donation from Michael Lesko, the Besco. Good morning, fellas. Love the show. Jake, your Lou Holtz impersonation is the best. Can I get a Lou Holtz inspirational speech for trying to go for promotion? I'm trying to go for a promotion. Thank you. I don't know a better way to end the show.
Okay, yes. We'll do that in the poll and wrap it. All right, play the motivation music. You said it's Michael Lesko?
The Besco.
Michael, listen, I just want you to listen up me right now. There's a couple things. Me, Lou Holtz, former coach of South Carolina, former coach of Arkansas, but most recently and bestly, the coach of Notre Dame. I know about promotions. Okay. All right? I'm ready to get promoted in Jesus. When I get gone, I start a podcast. I'm doing different things. And I will be Ryan Day's last one day. But here's what I'm going to say. You go in there, you say, boss, listen to me. My best friend named Lou Holtz. And Lou Holtz used to be the coach at Notre Dame. So if I don't get this promotion, and yes, I spit when I talk, if I don't get this promotion, I will burn this place down. I know a guy that's a flaming dragon and also touchdown Jesus.
I love it.
All right.
I love it.
We appreciate it.
Go ahead. A couple more things, Sky. I know you're getting mad at me, guys. I'm sorry, but there's a couple things I got to get. $5 donation from BE58. Maddie was played last night. They lost 3 straight. Just feels something incredible.
Yeah.
Maddie Ice 1994. We're not going to be able to do this speech, but Jake, can you give my wife Elena pronounce Elena motivational speech for our baby appointment today? It's a really important one.
Hey, I'm praying luck.
EJ too. By the way, Maddie, really
call in Monday.
Praying for you, buddy. Monday. Do
you want to get the poll? Do we have time? Is Scotty Sheffler innocent? Yes or no?
Yes, 100%.
I did this before.
Yes, 99%.
Yes, 70%. No, 30%.
And also play that graphic.
Play that graphic.
Don't know what happened. Play it.
Tell them about it.
Play it. That's right.
Not on the record.
We appreciate you guys. Shout out to our sponsors. New time Monday, 2 p.m. Central, and like the show being this early in the morning, we're going.
God.
It's an illusion.
God.
It's an illusion.